Hello and welcome to yet another video, and in this video it's actually a little bit different setting. Actually, it's a very different setting because I'm actually at my girlfriend's place. I'm packing to go to Germany for my Christmas and New Year break, and which reminds me about like how I packed for my trip to Thailand with photography gear and everything. And in this video I would like to make kind of like what's in my camera bag, but not really what's really in my camera bag as a whole set like my previous video, because that's about all the gear that I took to Germany. But obviously I don't carry those gear every day. I don't carry like 4 cameras in my camera bag every single day. That would always be like a waste of weight in like space in my bag and always carrying such a heavy bag around. Rather, I would like to make a video about what I carry like on a daily basis. Sometimes it's only like one camera, one lens setup, and I actually use 3 different systems. So, well, 2 brands, but 3 different systems in a way that like I have 2 mirrorless and 1 DSLR, depending on what I want to shoot, really. And for this particular setup I have 2 bags I will be showing you. One is actually you saw quite often, which is this bag. It's the bag I took to Thailand, took to Japan, took like pretty much on all of my major trips, and also all of my major photo shoots, whether it's personal or commercial, things like that. I really love this bag. Have been using it for so many years, and they stopped producing it, so I haven't really bought another one, and I haven't found really another one. But I'm not going to show you all the contents this time in the bag, but rather just my setup that I bring with me. And specifically this bag, it's my DSLR setup because it's a bigger bag. Although the other bag is not really a camera bag, it can take DSLR, but the only downside is I will only be able to put like 1 big and 1 small lens, which sometimes it's actually, a lot of times is enough, but I would like to have extra room to like put my wallet, power bank, things like that. So that's why I carry this, so I have my space for other things that I want to carry, say umbrella, water bottle, things like that if I'm going hiking, things like that. But yeah, this is the bag. It's a Tamarack bag. And here it's my trusty 5D Mark III. And I just got this lens a few days ago. I'll be making a video of this lens soon. I highly recommend it. It's secondhand. I got the lens. The camera body is brand new, a few years ago though. But it's a 35mm 1.4. I'm actually loving this lens. It's the original first version L lens of the 35 1.4. The reason I got this is because, well, even though the Mark II is so much better in every way, it's so much sharper, the edges are actually very sharp, and also like the glass is better coated. There's no vignetting. Well, there's a bit of vignetting, but there's not as much color fringing, to pretty much no color fringing that I could see, unless if I pixel peep. With this, there's still like visible color fringing, but that can be like fixed or correct within just a click of a button on in Lightroom. And yeah, but I love this focal range so much, and having it down to f1.4 is great. And next year I'm actually going to be more focused on portraits. So yeah, I'm definitely hoping to use this lens a lot more than my 85 1.2 even. But yeah, this is my DSLR setup, and even though I only got this a few days ago, I'm already loving this focal range so much. It's so much more like useful, especially at f1.4, than my 16 to 35. This is my go-to lens for everything. Usually this is the lens that sticks on my 5D Mark III 80% or 85% of the time. The other 15 is like between 50mm 1.8, 85 1.2, and the other lens, the 24-70 f2.8. Yeah, and also my 70 to 200, which is like 2% of the time, f4 LIS. I'm looking for the f2.8, but right now I just don't see the need for the f2.8 version yet, because usually when I go for that lens, it's either sports or landscape, and I rarely do that nowadays, so it's just on my wish list. But realistically, I don't know if I'm gonna like make use of it enough. But yeah, and then the last lens I carry for daily use if I use my DSLR is my 50 1.8. Now, before I got this lens, it's always been these 2 lenses I carry in my bag, and that's pretty much cover the range. Now I'm carrying this lens because I find it like, this lens offers pretty unique photos. I don't have any professional pictures to show you yet, only snapshots on the streets, but from using it, I'm already in love with this lens so much, and I can't wait until next year when I actually get professional job coming, because right now I'm like on holidays, so yeah, until next year I'll have jobs coming. But yeah, anyway, that's just my DSLR setup that I carry on a daily basis if I do carry my DSLRs, which I still do actually quite often. Yeah, I just realized how much babbling I did. Anyway, this is my other messenger style carry bag. It's like a normal bag. It's from Elle. So it's not a camera bag at all, though they started making camera bags recently though. Anyway, it's about this size, and two systems I carry. One is the Canon mirrorless camera that I carry, which is the EOS M50. Oops. Right here. The lens I have on here most of the time is my 22 f2. That's an equivalent of 35mm again, just like the 35 I have on my 5D. So it's very, very versatile, and that f2 is great for close-ups, or it's great for telling certain type of story. I also carry that with my 11 to 22mm lens. Now, usually if I'm taking the Canon, this is most of the time my setup. There will be times when I'm carrying my X-T1 with me, just in case, because I love the look of this camera so much without editing. Canon is a little bit more neutral, and it's better for editing because the colors are not so filmic like with their film simulations. Whereas if you take RAW, but you can't transfer RAW images to your smartphone using their wireless app, so yeah. But if I just need like a quick shot without editing, then my Fuji is better than my Canon in this case. I just realized how I'm holding this like an advertisement. It's not an advertisement for this bag, by the way. But yeah, that would be most of the time if I'm carrying this camera. But then I also would carry this adapter with my 50mm 1.8 STM from Canon, and that usually would be my Canon setup. Again, sometimes or occasionally I would just bring my X-T1 with me, but most of the time it doesn't come with me. And my one camera, one lens setup on Fuji side would have to be, it used to be the X-T1 with the 16mm f4, but now it's the X-T2 because it's a much better camera. Like, it's more reliable because the focus is more reliable. They improved it a lot. The video is so much better, and there's a joystick right here. On the Canon and on my X-T20 that's recording me, there's touchscreen, so there's no need for me to use joystick really. But when it comes to the X-T1, there's no joystick, and in order to access a focusing point, I have to press on a program button and then move it, and that's just, it made me miss a lot of shots a lot of time. And to be honest, the Fuji system, focusing system, isn't always focusing at the area that I wanted to take, so yeah. Unlike Canon and Nikon, that they seem to know which area I want to focus most of the time, Fuji doesn't. So that's why I really need either that touchscreen on my X-T20 or the joystick on my X-T2. And occasionally, or sometimes, I would either carry my X-T20 or X-T1 with this lens on the 55 to 200 XC lens, XF lens. Yeah. Just because it gives me that nice zoom without having to carry my Canon big full-frame zoom lenses, because those are big and heavier. But yeah, that has pretty much been my setup for daily use, street photography. I find that this set is always really, really nice to use on like taking pictures of street, people, portraits, and just carrying the camera around, because they're really a minimalistic, in my opinion, setup, especially this either this Fuji X-T2 with this 16mm f1.4 or my Canon M50 with the 22mm f2. It's a very compact setup, and it's a very light setup that I can just put in a small bag like this. I can even put my 5D Mark III with my most of the time use lens 16 to 35 in here and still have some room if I don't bring another lens with me. So these are just my absolute minimalistic kind of like daily cameras that I bring along with me, either one of these three setups. But yeah, that's it for this video, and if you have any questions or anything, or any suggestions on my future videos, what I should do, things like that, please leave them down below. And thank you so much for watching. Now that it's close to Christmas, and if you're watching this on Christmas or New Year for some reason, then I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And yeah, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching and have fun shooting. Bye.